Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable. Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel for Game 2 of 3 on this action-packed Sunday. This game sees last season's all-conquering champions, London Lions, up against last season's basement boys, the Surrey Scorchers. London haven't lost a league game at the Copper Box for over 7 months, and I'm sure that Azania Stewart and Dan Routledge will be wishing the Scorchers the very best of luck.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. I think they'll need it, but they do have a man in their backcourt who knows his way to this building. Justin Robinson, the former London Lion, walking into the Copper Box, but somebody's going to have to point him in the right direction. It's the first time he's ever been here as an away player. There's the away locker room. He's okay, and he's in and going. Welcome to the Copper Box. It's the London Lions against the Surrey Scorchers as the Lions look to remain undefeated in the British Basketball League, and Surrey looking to build on the back of their first win of the season. Let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game. And London have been jiggling their roster around in recent days and indeed weeks, and they've got two guys who didn't play on Friday into their starting lineup, with Sam Decker and Tariq Phillip returning to the starting five and the lineup in total. Connor Morgan coming off the bench into the starting lineup for them. At the other end of the floor, Coach Lloyd Gardner going with the same starting five that he went with yesterday, and he's looking to build on that win. Justin Robinson coming off the bench. One guy you wanted to highlight at the top of the show here, Azania, Connor Morgan, excellent on Friday night for them.
Wonderful, you are right. He had a wonderful performance off of the bench, 19 points. He was 6 from 6 from the floor, 6 rebounds and 3 steals, which was pretty crucial for the London Lions, especially with his friend just behind him, Josh Sharma, texting and just out for a couple of games. And yeah, he did very well.
The other end of the floor, Justin Robinson won 2 MVPs with the London Lions.
Yeah, 23 points their last game and their last win. They're now 1-5. They finally got their first dub, and I'm really, really excited. And he probably is, being in London.
Tip off shortly. We'll have it right after this break. In the corner for the win!
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team, jumping off of buildings
Nice
with
pass
the
inside. Thomas on the baseline.
I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. All right, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time.
Welcome back to the Copper Box. I'm sure Lloyd Gardner slept better last night than he has for a few weeks, having got that first win on the board yesterday. Nobody's won the second game of a back-to-back yet this season. The Surrey Scorchers will be underdogs in this game.
Yeah, that's a great point. No team has won, and I think it's going to be very difficult, especially the London Liners booming on all cylinders.
3 referees out there, the third team on the court, and fans on their feet. We're ready to get started here.
We're the fourth.
We're the fourth team. We are indeed.
Thank you very much. Don't forget about us.
Well, Coach Božić has been juggling things with this busy schedule that they have. They, of course, play Paris in the Euro Cup on Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm going to that game.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Should be a good one. Paris have started well. London, likewise, undefeated in that competition. Matt Morgan and TJ Shorts on the same floor. Should be exciting. But first of all, we've got the British Basketball League action underway. And it is the London Lions who get the first possession of the game. And last year's most valuable player trying to go to work, Sam Decker, and he can't get it to go. There's Wang in the corner, putting it on the floor, getting into the key. That's what he does very effectively, but he couldn't finish that time.
Yeah, well, both teams haven't put the ball in the basket yet. But we haven't spoken about Sam Decker's been coming back from injury, taking his time.
Still working his way in. Had a good performance in midweek. Limited minutes in the previous game against Newcastle. Rested on Friday. Back out there in the starters today. Inside to Jamieson, but he can't hang on to it. Phillip out and pushing. Getting his way to the basket, but he can't score either. And you can see the London starting 5 there. Morgan, who wasn't in the starters, Decker and Phillip, who didn't play on Friday. And some of it's about chemistry in the early stages, and they haven't quite gotten in. It's 0-0. We ought to be across the way there at the football stadium with this sort of scoreline.
I'm not sure West Ham fans would appreciate that, Dan.
No. Wouldn't they take 0-0 in the opening stages?
Fair. Well, both teams struggling to put the ball in the hoop. It's like a little man is on the rim.
Morgan can't get that to go. Easiest job in the house today, scorekeeper. Nothing to do over there on the table, just chilling.
But Surrey won their last game, you know, last night?
Last night,
yeah.
yes. Quick turnaround for them.
Then have to turn around.
At least it's not a long journey as Steele, who shot the ball well, particularly at the start of the third quarter. His threes put the game beyond any potential comeback for Manchester. And he gets us started here today. Nice pass. Morgan to the rim, and that will drop in.
Beautiful. Great timing. Happens so fast. Surrey's defense didn't have time to recover.
Now we've got things going defensively. Wang creates some space, little step back, and he knocks it down.
Beautiful shot by Wang. Lovely answer. 5 points now for Surrey.
Decker forcing his way through, whistle on the play, he will shoot 2. Well, the one thing you find in these back-to-backs, and we saw it yesterday with Newcastle, as we have another look, that's a harsh one on Jamieson.
And he banged his knee too, I think.
Yeah.
Went knee to knee there, yeah.
Is they tend to start reasonably well. You've got a bit of juice left over, particularly when you've won the day before, but it's whether you can make that last for 40 minutes, and thus far, we haven't seen a team do that. Sheffield, obviously, they got beat in Plymouth on the back of a doubleheader. Leicester in Manchester on the back of a doubleheader. Newcastle last night.
Yeah. And we saw, you know, London Lions down a fair few players against Sheffield. Sharma was out, Decker was down, Phillip and Grantham all out, and London Lions still managed to get the win versus the Sheffield Sharks. So, I mean, they're built for this, right? They have to play Europe on Tuesday and today. They've played a lot of basketball this week.
They certainly have, and they're trying to get through it unscathed. So far they are. That's out of Mohammed last, I think. The referees are going to talk it over as to whose possession it is. All right, Scorchers who got the decision, so it must have come off Sandy. Gooden looking for somebody to inbound it to. Finds Steele. Wang rocking and rolling, going to the rim, the up and under finger roll.
Beautiful move from Wang. Just that hesitation, got the defense off of him, and then a beautiful finish at the rim. I like that one.
He's had a slightly slow start to the season, Wang. Obviously a returner from last year, but he certainly started this game well. Here he is on the trail, kicked out, and there's a double deflection on that, out off Mohamed last.
Here's Wang's move. Look at this, through the legs. Gets Mo Salawade on roller skates, really.
I'm sure the photographers on the baseline were loving that move as well. Looked pretty on a still, that one. Here's Decker working the high pick and roll. Tough shot, knocks it down for three. Wants to foul as well, but he gets the points.
Nothing but net. Splashed that one off of that screen.
Gooden trying to get those points back. His three rims out. Connor Morgan with the rebound. Oh, it's through the hands of Sandy out in front. Oh, Sam Decker around the screen.
Yeah.
And knocking down the shot.
Yeah, and Josh, the defense right underneath him.
Well, we talked about the rotation. I'm not sure, did we give everybody who's not playing for the Lions today? Obviously, Quealy is still out injured, but Matt Morgan, Gabe Olasheni, Jordan Taylor, and Josh Sharma, the players rested for today. It's Steele firing up the three, and Josh Steele knocks it down.
Josh Steele, one of our colleagues here. We've seen him on commentating in the studio, and he's playing wonderful this first couple of minutes on this Sunday afternoon.
Shooting in the mid-30s percentage-wise, but this weekend he's been knocking down threes for fun. Indeed, Surrey have been knocking down threes for fun. They've made 20 of them yesterday.
It's giving Sunday fun day.
Hopefully.
Grantham.
Dante Grantham. Here's Steele again, trying to go back-to-back, can't knock it down. First touch of the ball for number 32, Dante Grantham. Oh, an open lane. That was like a layup line before the game there.
An absolute disaster on the defensive end for Surrey. Just let Mo Salawade go straight to the rim.
Well, Justin Robinson had a good game against the Lions at the start of the season at the sports park. Looking to do that again, and another three, this time from Shalawadi, knocks it down, and that will put London Lions into the lead. 12 points to 10. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shopping and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Josh Steele was 3 of 6 from behind the arc yesterday. He's carried that into today as well, knocking down 2 of his first 3 3-point attempts to lead the way with 6 points. Back underway here at the Copper Box. London just edging themselves in front. Surrey with the ball. The former Lion, Justin Robinson, back to Josh Steele. Gooden with the shot clock getting low. Creates a little space for a jump shot. In and out. Good offensive rebound. That's what Saquon Jamison gives the team. Offensive rebounder.
Huge rebound, and like you said, he is known for his second opportunities. He works so hard on the offensive glass.
Well, he led the league in rebounding in his first spell with the Scorchers, and there's another 3 for the Lions. Auntie Grantham knocking it down. Jamison leading the league in rebound again this time around. He's very much a beast on the boards. He can't get that pass. It's poked away by Shalawadi. Away come the Lions looking for another 3. Not this time. Well, everybody boxing out. Eventually Gooden goes for the rebound. That's deflected away off a London player. It'll be a Surrey ball.
Substitution for the London Lions replacing them and Connor Morgan is number 23, Kieran Sandy.
It's a double deflection. It might have been Caboza's knee it went out of. No, Coach Youngblood and Coach Bozic having a discussion on the sheet. Could be a rotation thing. Who's coming in now? Here's Robinson for 3. Can't quite knock it down. He was another one who was in amongst it with the 3-point shots yesterday. Mind you, they all were as Nelson fires up for 3. Caboza with the rebound. Might have got away with an extra step as he kicked it out, but Grantham says, thank you very much for 3.
That's Grantham's 2 from 2 from the 3. I think it's all that rest he had from yesterday. He's definitely fresh. London Lions played on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, today's Sunday, and now they play on Tuesday as well. It's a lot of basketball. They're rotating their guys very efficiently.
Well, Surrey started hot from the 3-point line, but it's London who've gone past them now. Caboza straight down the middle to the rim. Well, I mentioned that Surrey scored 23 pointers yesterday. That's the most this season, surpassing the record that was set on Monday against Newcastle by London, who had 19. And it's actually, since 2008, the 3rd equal highest. London hold the mark in that time scale of 23 they made up in Glasgow against the then Rocks. It was a game I covered. They just went nuts from the 3-point line. Here's Cooper behind the arc trying to join the 3-point party, and he does.
Oh, this is the team that they like to shoot the 3s. Like you said, they lead with 23s, but they live and they die by it. They fall back into this 2-3 zone. First time we've really seen a team play zone against London Lions, and it works. It works
as Teo Ogundengbe grabs a steal, and that is his 400th BBL career steal. And he drives through, and we'll go to the line. He's at that end of his career where almost everything is a sort of landmark, but steal number 400.
And wonderful player, vet.
Still running the floor. He's in incredible shape. Bearing in mind, he basically had most of last season off with a pectoral injury.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of grey in that chin though. He's a silver fox now.
It's a little bit.
But has a wonderful family. Basketball, 3 boys. And I'm happy for him that he's still able to stay in shape even after that injury. It's so tough, especially a pec injury happened in the weight room. And for him to come back wonderful. And you know, you need that vet presence whose IQ is elite, has played in the league for many, many years. I'm happy for him to be back.
Moral of the story is stay out of the weight room.
Okay.
And I think Teo's in there a lot, judging by his physique, and he's always been a fine specimen of an athlete. Here's London. Phillip inside. That's where the gaps are in the zone. Can they recover out to the shooters as well? They don't get there. And then rebounding is the other challenge from a zone defense, but you've got to, it's harder when you're guarding an area rather than a man, to then when you're supposed to box out when the shot goes up, you don't know where the nearest guy is, and therefore you can miss them on the offensive glass.
Yeah, and here it is, Grantham working hard, getting the rebound, and you're right, in the zone you do give up rebounding because you can't, you know, you're not specifically guarding one guy, you're guarding more of an area. But Surrey, you know, they just got their first win, but they lost to Cheshire by 2 points, 101 to 103, and they also lost 67 to 70 to Sheffield. They've been in games, Dan. It's not like they're getting blown out. They just haven't managed to get over the finish line. So I'm glad they got that first win yesterday.
Yeah, there's been some heartbreakers at the sports park this season and indeed in seasons past, but they won a comfortable one yesterday. Must have felt slightly unusual for them Scorchers fans, because normally, whatever the result, it's a close game down there, but yesterday they had a big win, and Kaboza forcing one home through the contact.
You gotta love him. He plays 100 miles per hour. That's the only way, the only speed that he knows how to play, and his teammates love it. The young buck, Kaboza, goes to the line for one.
Right down in the dunker spot there. It's usually where you pot your fours and your fives, but he showed he's more than capable of finishing close to the rim. Can't convert the three-point play. Both teams had been perfect from the line to that point. There's Wang driving in. He'll get a chance to shoot two more. Kaboza just, his arms coming down a little bit. Wang to the line for the first time today. First one is good. He's only missed a couple from the free throw line this season. South Sudanese international.
Yeah, big for South Sudan, right? Going to the first the Olympics.
Yeah, indeed.
In Paris.
It's a big summer for them in the World Cup. He unfortunately not part of the squad because of a operation that he had, but he'll be hoping that maybe he could get himself in that Olympic team as Phillip knocks down a three. London sneaking out to a 7-point lead here. Wang with the step back for three, got caught.
Yep.
Sandy diving out at him, and that's going to be called all season long. The old landing space foul. He's dived right out at him.
Yep. So easy, and actually, you know, the body contact, referees are all over it this season. They're protecting their shooters, or the offensive shooter. You have to let them land safely and no contact to any of their arms. So definitely 100% a foul by Sandy.
So Wang has a chance to narrow the gap here just before the end of the first quarter. There will be time for a quick reply from London. Second one rims out. Third one is good. London going to go quick here. Sandy from half court. Ooh, he's not far away. Probably had time for a dribble, but was pretty close. That'll do it for the first quarter here at the Copper Box. The Lions lead this one by 5. We'll be right back after this break.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Well, welcome back to the Copper Box on a busy Sunday in the British Basketball League. There's a 6 o'clock game coming up later. Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Plymouth City Patriots. And there's another game going on in East Kilbride right now. They've gone into overtime. Sheffield were down 11 late in that game, but a flurry of threes from Jalen Pipkins has sent that one to overtime. I'm reliably informed they're 4-2 all time in overtime against the old Rocks, now the Gladiators. So they might fancy themselves in the extra 5 as Justin Robinson misses the first shot of the second quarter here at the Copper Box. Inside to Decker to the fall away. Tough shot over Teo Ogundengbe, but he knocks it down.
Really tough shot. Great defense, better offense. Decker's coming into fine form.
Back iron from Cooper. Here's Teo Ogundengbe going for 3. He is 3 3-pointers away from entering the top 20 in made threes all time in British Basketball League history. The guy who's above Teo in the list, one Dirk Williams, who played for the London Lions, of course. As I say, you get to Teo's age and experience in British basketball, pretty much everything you do is a landmark move. He is the all-time Scorchers leading scorer. Inside is Connor Morgan for 2. Robinson gets the handoff. Really under all sorts of pressure. Turned to the referee and was like, maybe you could call that foul a little quicker there.
Yeah.
He's getting bummed.
Yeah, it just absolutely hits him. Easy for the referee to call, and he puts his hand up and says, yep, that's me. It's always great if, you know, a player tells.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, it's my fault, ref. Usually deny it.
Well, when you're a referee, Azania, they
Need the
won't
orange
dare.
shirt
They
first.
won't dare not tell you that they committed a foul. Is Ogundengbe a little up and under? Can't convert. Decker across court to Kaboza. Thought about the three. Goes baseline instead. And he is fouled by Cooper. Will shoot two. You said earlier that Kaboza plays 100 miles an hour. He also very aggressive in terms of the way he attacks the basket.
Yeah, he always gets his head down. Sometimes I think maybe a bit too much, but you can't pull him back. You know, you just let him go. And but he's great. He's a young player. He's up and coming. London Lions have signed him for a fair few years, so he'll be with this team where he can just build and become, you know, confident, playing under a Sam Decker, playing under Sharma, learning different from Tariq Phillips. All these senior guys is just a wonderful thing for him as he builds up into his career.
Well, there's some incredibly talented players in his position in the lineup as well that he can learn off young Kaboza, and he's no better environment for that. It's the team also, because of the fact that they play so many games, there's a lot of minutes out there for a young guy like that to play.
Yeah, that's so right. I've spoken about how many games they played this week. They've got the guys on a rotation, and there they are in their Sunday best. Matt Morgan, a bunch of them, Gabe Olaseni, they're all having to, you know, rotate, rest, and this is important.
It's not about five sat there, is it?
That's the
really?
starting
To
five.
be fair,
What are you talking about?
they could rock with that five. Gabe and Sharma rebounding, the other three shooting, and it'll work pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kareem Quidley coming up from injury. He'll be back very, very soon.
Well, they're enjoying themselves. I'm surprised there's no popcorn there. If I was sat in front row, you could have popcorn. Maybe a sneaky beer if the coach isn't looking.
GM is sitting right next to them too, so maybe not.
Probably won't get away with that then.
But anyway, Kaboza goes to the line after that strong baseline drive.
What's the point of having courtside tickets at the Lions if you can't have a beer and popcorn?
It's true. I've got one.
You'll be there
on Tuesday.
Tuesday night?
Yeah, courtside. I'll make sure I have the drink and popcorn for you.
I'll be looking out for you on the cameras. They're playing Eurocup action against Paris basketball, two undefeated teams in the group stages, 3-0. And I'm telling you, TJ Shorts is fun to watch. You'll enjoy that. I covered Paris a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're an exciting team to watch, and TJ's not the biggest, but he can certainly put the ball in the basket. Very athletic. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching him, Azania. And of course, a bit of a rivalry, the old Channel Tunnel rivalry, trying to build it up. Here's Gooden spinning through the lane, or dancing through the lane to the finger roll.
And a great finish at the rim. Glad Surrey's sticking around, not letting that gap get too much, too far.
Phillip backing away, out to Decker for three, off the mark. And that's out off Wang last, so will be a London ball, but there's only 4 on the shot clock because Decker's shot didn't hit the rim. Kaboza to inbound. Phillip with a fall away, a little short. Wang around to Steele, hit a couple of early threes. Can he get this offense going for his team? Shot clock down to 5. Steele puts it on the floor to a little runner off the mark. There's Jameson causing a nuisance on the offensive glass again. Teo's going to fire up the 3 off the mark.
Guess
there
he's
he
got
is
the rebound,
again.
yeah.
Jameson this time trying to flush it down. Teo all day to line that one up, and now he's only 2 3-pointers off the top 20.
Good job. Surrey cross it. The boards, extra rebounds.
Decker to the hole. He might get 3 the old-fashioned way as he draws the foul and will go to the line.
The basket is good. The foul is for number 5, Jameson.
It's just just a bit of nothing there from Jameson. Didn't get out of the way to avoid the foul, and then didn't really do anything to put off the shot from Decker. Well, that other game in East Kilbride, Caledonia are back up 7 with 2 minutes to go, but they were in a similar situation at the end of regulation and couldn't get it done, so we'll keep an eye on that one for you. Sheffield, by the way, got to overtime and had led for only 19 seconds in the entire 40 minutes. But it's not how much you lead for, it's when you lead, and you only need to be ahead at the end of the buzzer. That's thrown away by Sandy, miscommunication with Morgan.
Seen London Lions turn over the ball a fair few bits, just a miscommunication and not taking care of the ball in the transition. And they were on only 4, but you know, clean it up just a little bit.
If you're going to turn it over, throwing it out of bounds is probably the best way of doing it, because you don't give the other team the opportunity to run it back.
Correct. Luke Nelson also in, floor general, or GB general we like to call him.
Here's Gooden in the mid-range, knocks it down. Cuts the gap to 6. Out to Nelson, round to Decker, putting it on the floor. Again, he's looking to attack. Again, he takes the contact. And once again, it's a 3-point play opportunity.
Listen, too big, too strong. I love this for Sam Decker. He's been out through the summer with some surgery on his ankle, but he just takes his time. Look, patience, poise in the air, takes the hit, finishes and 1.
Well, obviously, it was quite a substantial injury. Took a lot of rehab to get back to the point where he can be on the court, but rehabbing to get back on court is one thing. Getting back to your MVP level best is another thing.
Yeah.
How long do you think that sort of takes to get back to where everything feels right for Sam Decker?
Well, I think it's about 4 weeks for me, especially as Grantham misses that. They say it takes, 4 weeks to get into shape, 4 to 6 weeks, but also that confidence. As Wang nearly throws that down, but I think it's the mental confidence and just trusting your body. For me, when I had injuries, it was like, okay, I've done the work in the off season or the time that you've been out rehabbing, and trust the body that it won't fail you again. But it's difficult to join the mind to the body.
Well, he's got 11 points already, and he's been attacking the basket that's got him to that tally. He is the leading scorer in the ball game, but he doesn't look entirely happy with his performance so far.
I mean, he strives for greatness, and I've spoken to Sam on many occasions. He's a wonderful guy on and off the court, but you can see him, he's nodding his head, he's not happy. They've turned over the ball in certain situations, but you just got to chip away one day at a time, and he'll be back to his MVP performance. But right now with 11 points, he's doing pretty well.
Well, in recent years, MVPs have tended to win them back-to-back as Wang fires up late in the shot clock. Foul on the rebound as Mohammed went after it. Justin Robinson, of course, won back-to-back MVPs for the London Lions. Ramon Fletcher did, Gino Crandall did. But Sam Decker won 1 last year. Can he keep that streak going? He'll be under pressure. There's Robinson, who won 2 in a row for the London Lions. Decker will be under pressure from Matt Morgan, I think, on his own team.
Matt Morgan's leading. There he is, the man in the red hat, is leading all scoring stats right now.
It's way too early to be thinking about
but he's doing
MVPs of the
very
league.
well.
But if we were having a power index, he'd be at the top of it right now. Here's Decker, the reigning MVP, trying to show you what he's all about. Can't knock down the 3. Morgan, Connor that is, with the offensive rebound.
Surrey did well on the defensive end to come up with that rebound.
Defense the cry from the home fans as Surrey look to find a way through London. Shot clock ticking low. Gooden, does he see it? Yes, he does. Fires up the three. And that one nearly drops, but an offensive rebound from Bailey is unable to convert. Nelson on the penetration in off the glass. Surrey looking to push back quickly, but there's going to be a timeout call by Surrey first of all. 4:10 to go here in this one. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shopping and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Welcome back to the Copper Box, where Luke Nelson got on the scoreboard just before that timeout, his first bucket of the game. He's fouled as well, so he will head to the line.
And here it is. Nice slicing bucket to the rim. That's always a nice way to get on the scoreboard and in the stat sheet.
It'd be end-line ball even, my mistake. It's 37-28. I said don't write Sheffield off yet. They've got it to 2 in East Kilbride, but there's not much time left in that game for them to get over the line. Wang committing the offensive foul. Grantham will play point guard to bring it over half court. Nelson loses the ball out of bounds. I think there's a wry look at the official on the way. Justin Robinson returns to the action for Surrey. Just turned 36 this week, Robinson.
Yeah, happy belated to him.
I'm sure the present he really wants is a win here, although his pass is off the mark there.
Good idea, and he knows it. Can't come off the bench and turn the ball over, but looking good though. The speed looks good in the birthday boy's legs.
Well, some people still play into their late 30s, Azania. Just saying.
Who are you referring to?
Just saying, the Women's British Basketball League started yesterday.
And I'm not coming out of retirement, Dan.
Nice drive to the basket from Gooden, and he able to convert and go to the free throw line. The again being the operative word there, Azania. It's happened before, it can happen again.
No, I'm happy right next to you.
London Lions women off to a winning start yesterday at Essex. Azania's former team. In fact, both your former teams off to a winning start yesterday. Leicester beat Manchester.
He did.
And they've finished up in East Kilbride, and Caledonia have seen it over the line in the end. 87-83 victors in overtime against Sheffield. It's a 6-point London lead here as we approach half-time.
Falling back into a different zone, a 3-2 zone now. Sorry, changing their defenses up quite a lot in this game.
Ball movement is the way to break a zone, and they find a shooter, but off the side of the backboard there from Phillip. Wang with the penetration again to the finger roll, too much on it. Bailey gets the offensive rebound, but he can't hang on, and Gooden going after the least ball commits the foul.
Yeah, and I feel Surrey's frustration, makes the move, and then just blows the layup. That's a tough layup. And you know, they're getting to the rim, but when you have the Lions who are long and lean, they don't even have Josh Sharma today, just changing shots, but they're sticking around. Sorry, this is what I love about them. You know, they are at the bottom of the table down, but they push teams. And I just think as the season goes along, it's going to be a long season, right? We go all the way to May. They'll figure it out. They'll figure out different ways to be successful. And obviously one right now we're seeing on the defensive end, Coach Gardner throwing in different looks, a zone, a man-to-man, and just changing it up and making London Lions have to think on the offensive end.
Well, I'm just going to correct you, if only because I know a lot of Surrey Scorchers fans follow me on Twitter. They moved off the bottom yesterday. That win moved them above Plymouth on games played.
Okay, sorry.
Same number of points, but on games played. So, although they will go level with them if they lose, until Plymouth play later, of course. Plymouth could get a second win up in Cheshire, or they could get a 7th defeat one way or the other.
Stand
just
corrected.
shouting out for the Surrey fans.
Well, that's why we're a team.
With them. Yeah, that's why we're a team, yeah. That's going to be an offensive foul called against Phillip, who looks to have come off a little worse there. Bailey straight back to his feet.
It's Grantham, I think, who's... is it Grantham?
Oh, I thought I'd have to re-see it. Yeah, it is Grantham, my mistake. Thank you. That's why we're a team,
Yeah.
Well, London leading by 8 with 2:17 to go. Surrey loitering about at the minute, not really made a threat at getting back in front since London took the lead, but not letting it get away either. Robinson has the switch, Sandy in front of him. He'll fire up the 3, and that's off the mark. Not quite hit the heights of yesterday in terms of their 3-point shooting, and London quickly turned that miss into 2 points with Sandy.
Fantastic transition for London Lions. Lovely defense into wonderful offense.
Sorry, 4 of 17 from behind the arc today, having shot 50%, 20 of 40 yesterday. 40 is a high volume, obviously, 1 every minute. And they're not far off that sort of pace here, but just not the accuracy. Robinson with the rebound.
I wonder at what point, you know, once you keep shooting threes and you miss, do you say, okay, let's try a layup?
I think in the modern game, the answer is never.
Never, you're right.
In the old days, they would have said, no, give it up now. But then the old days, they didn't shoot 43s. Here's Wang losing the dribble. Shot clock is getting down. Fired up from deep. There's number 19 put up in the first half. And then 15 of them have done that, come back off the iron. To be fair to Wang, there's not anything else he could have done in that situation, given the shot clock was about to expire. Nice little drive to the basket and a finger roll for Tariq Phillip, and the lead has gone to 12, and Coach Gardner is going to call time. He can't keep them, obviously,
No,
but he doesn't want this to get too far into double figures before half-time, so he'll be looking to draw up a play and get his team one more score here.
Well, you know, this is way too easy for me. Look at this. Just doesn't ride him all the way. I guess he just said, okay, go ahead. But great timeout here. Like you said, if you don't use them, you lose them. And why not draw up an offensive play and potentially a defensive stop as well, and just chip again into this lead before halftime.
Well, they haven't had that three-point shooting that we saw last night. One thing about Coach Bojic is he always seems relatively calm in his
calm.
time. I know some of his countrymen coaches would be throwing clipboards and...
Yeah. We don't want to stereotype the Serbians,
No.
but I know them as tough,
Yeah.
hard cookies. Like, they do not, you know, stand for anything. But
No.
he has this more humble approach.
My sort of assessment is he obviously was in the G League before coming to London. He's certainly more G League in his demeanour than Partizan Belgrade.
Yes, I'll give you that. I actually bumped into him on the train last week with his family, and we had a lovely chat. He had been sick and he had been out for a couple of games, so I just said, how's it been? And he's like, well, you know, I'm proud of the guys for still winning where I was sick in bed. But Coach Bozic, a lovely addition to the London Lions, and a different style. I think he does come back there. You see him, he's smiling, quite fun. And I asked him, I said, what are you loving about London? He said he's a foodie. He's enjoying, enjoying all the different restaurants around Stratford.
Well, there's a lot of choice.
There is.
Well, 30 seconds to go in this, the middle of the British Basketball League sandwich. The last one coming up at 6 o'clock is Cheshire against Plymouth. Josh Beck, Graham Hiscock's on the call for that one. Gooden steps into the three and knocks it down. Exactly what they wanted coming out of that timeout. Can they keep it to single figures and get a stop here?
Beautifully drawn and executed.
Oh, Composer is blocked going to the rim. It looked like it was going to be an easy lay-in, but Surrey, two of them, I think Gooden was the one who got his hands on the ball. Two of them went after it. Wang from behind and Gooden from in front. I think they both got a piece of it, did they? Well, that will do it for the first half here at the Copper Box. The London Lions with the lead, but Surrey right with them. It's 9 points separating them at the interval. We'll break it down right after this break.
Side defense proved to be too much. Holmes pass up. Pinson throws it down with a bit of authority there in transition.
Well, Anderson driving to the rim, jammed in on the rebound by Lawton.
Back to 7, and
Oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, faces, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Well, welcome back to the British Basketball League on YouTube. Daniel Ratledge, Azania Stewart with you. Azania, that first half, London got on top but didn't get away. Surrey just about hanging on.
Yeah, they did really well. It's a 9-point game going into halftime. Good in there, hitting that three with 10 points, leading all scorers. They're just sticking around, and this is where, you know, it's important to start the third quarter very, very strong, Surrey.
That's the dangerous thing, isn't it, for London, because they obviously just want to chalk these games off and then move on to Tuesday. What you don't want to do is they found against Newcastle last week, if you let a team stick with you, Newcastle got in front in the second half in that one, and then suddenly you got to chase it.
Yeah, and then they went into overtime, you're right. But, you know, I think also they're playing so many different rotations, different guys, still trying to find their rhythm. We're only like, you know, nearly 2 months into, not even 2 months, a couple of weeks. But, you know, trying to find that rhythm, making sure that all those players are working well.
Let's have a look at the numbers in the first half. The one that leaps off the page to me, sorry, yesterday I think were 10 for 22 from the three-point line at halftime. They are 5 for 20, 15 points missing comparing to yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part, right? Because the stats are pretty even across the board. But I think that also what I liked about Surrey, which kept them in the game, is changing their defenses. They had multiple different looks. They went to zone, they went to a 3-2, they went to a 2-3 zone, and then man-to-man. I like that if you're going to try and change it up on London line.
I suppose the issue is how you then make sure that you continue to rebound well, how you continue to challenge shots like that one. Deco knocks down a good shot, but you've got to get a hand out there, and have to keep knocking down threes like Steele did there.
Yeah, and but there's so many scorers for London Lions. It's so difficult to, you know, stop one. Decker is leading all scorers with 11, but, you know, Connor Morgan, we spoke about at the beginning of the game, also playing well. Grantham comes off the bench, hits 2 back-to-back threes. Where do you stop them? It's just so difficult. So it's important for Surrey to make sure they make their, you know, bunnies, their little layups, and maybe get hot from the 3-point line.
Well, London not quite shooting the ball at the clip that we've seen them so far this season. They're shooting over 50% from the floor this year so far, but they've not quite been as efficient today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a lot of games they've played over and over. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today is Sunday, and they play Tuesday. It's a lot of basketball. It's very difficult to recover and be fresh for so much games that they've been playing.
Well, both of these teams playing their second game of the weekend. We've got highlights from both of them, starting with Sheffield against London. Stealing the honours is Pipkins for 3, and he knocks it down. 2 early threes. Saw the Lions over the line. Olaseni with the freedom of the key to jam it home. And Morgan in transition is able to lay it home. Here's Adekoya, who can shoot the 3. It was almost as if Morgan was baiting him to take it. Stewart doesn't turn them down very often. He knocks down a triple.
Beautiful back step.
Morgan, cross court to Taylor for 3, right on the shot clock buzzer. Ramsey, nice bit of ball control, but he misses. Sandy with the rebound, stolen away by Stewart, and he threw the contact for the and one. Allen, he's got the size advantage here, Kipper Nichols, and he takes advantage of it. And instead, London are off and running 2-on-1, and Shalawati will lay it in for 2. Fallen behind since then. That's how you finish it, Bennett Cook. Well caught by Nelson to keep that in play. What a Shenny, soft touch. Adekoya looking for back-to-back threes, and he knocks down another one. but can they keep going? And the answer seems to be yes on that shot.
And that's Mo Salawade in the corner. He loves the three-point shots.
Back out to Nichols for three. Knocks it down. Kipper Nichols from behind the arc. The gap is down to 13. Oh, there's a bit of a slip there. Here's Matt Morgan. Finally gets a three-point shot Monday night. Cook did well to pull that ball in. Here's Rotino from behind the arc, and he strings a three. Nelson turning on the speed and getting to the finger roll. End of the ball ticking, as Sandy can't believe he missed that one. Here's Pipkins. Well, he went the hard way round there. It looked like an easy layup, and he turned it into a pretty one instead. Morgan driving through, and he still might get to his 24-point-a-game average. Senny. There he is again for another and one. Matt Morgan, I said 10 in a row. Caboza gets it away, knocks it down, and that will basically do it. The London Lions came in undefeated, and they leave undefeated.
Lewis pushing the ball at 4, left-hand side with Evan Walsh. He's going hard into the chest of Steele and uses his inside hand for 2. Now with Steele, he's catching and shooting, and big rebound there for Muhammad. He's going to go straight back up and in for 2. Scorchers good to go. The skip pass to the corner finds Robinson again. 2 for 2 from the corner. Look at that bench points there as Anderson gets another triple to fall. 23 points off the bench. Robinson again for 3. He's knocked down another one. Wow. Justin Robinson is on fire. Back to Anderson, inside now. Stampley underneath the basket. Pick and pop for Gooden, and one again on the 3. Wow. Gooden gets it to Muhammad. He's going to go again. Abdul Muhammad. Another triple for him, his 3rd of the night. Screen comes, Gooden uses it. Muhammad finds a little bit of room, catch and shoot. Why not? Because he's feeling it. Surrey are feeling it. Harris kicked out. Anderson, beautiful tip pass. Nick Lewis from the corner. Inside now, and Manchester Giants continue their run. And now a 3 for Manchester Giants. Rejects the use of the screen, kicks it out. Wang's got to make this one, surely. As he does, the fake sells it to the defender. Wide open 3.
Well, good pass there for Wang that time.
Can't help but keep an eye on Robinson off the ball as Wang looks to the opposite side to find Teo again. They're just pouring them in. Ramos Okasieme again, getting back up there. The crowd like that.
Smearing it on the board.
Got to shoot that young man, but he nice pass inside to McNeil, and Lawton is there for the consolation jam. Oh, Okasieme! Hello, 2 blocks, and the big dunk for the other side of the floor. Inside, Steele. Okasieme again to the left hand, it balls for him.
Yes, sir!
Their first win of the season in the British Basketball League Championship in style with the hot hand, 20 for 40 from downtown. What a game of basketball from the Surrey Scorchers.
Outside defense proving to be too much. Holmes pass out. Pinson throws it down with a bit of authority there in transition.
Well, Anderson driving to the rim, jammed in on the rebound by Lawton.
Back to 7, Ant.
Oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, no stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops, my man.
Welcome back to the Copper Box, where they're enjoying themselves so far. I think they've got some popcorn. Zania, that's how you roll in these parts. Here's the games of the week in the British Basketball League. It started out with a thriller in Manchester. Bristol just outlasting the Giants. All action up in Newcastle. 2 ejected, all sorts going on. The Eagles win by 5. London beating the Sharks. First home defeat of the season for Sheffield. Surrey's first win of the season against the Giants. And then Bristol pulled away in the second half against the Eagles. Overtime in East Kilbride earlier on. Caledonia seeing it home 87-83, and we're at the half here. Don't forget, 6 p.m. Cheshire Phoenix against Plymouth City Patriots here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. But right now our focus is Sam Decker and the London Lions trying to maintain their undefeated start to the season against the Surrey Scorchers, trying to make it 2 wins in 2 days.
Yeah, for sure. And Decker on 11 points, leading all scorers, and a nice crowd.
All I can see now is the concessions there. They look like a chili hot dog going on in there, the beers going on, and I'm thinking this is going to be you on Tuesday night.
I think so. It's my day off, so definitely it's going to be me on Tuesday.
We're underway with the third quarter, and it is London with the possession arrow. No, they don't have possession for very long as Josh Steele literally steals the ball away. Here's Gooden, hit the 3 at the end of the first half. Thought he was going to let one fly. He's looking to use his speed to get past Decker. Gets his own rebound denied at the second attempt. He's not the biggest when he gets in there, Gooden, but he is crafty. Grantham fires up the 3, front iron. Here's Wang, almost left the ball behind there. Ooh, Decker's in the passing lane there with the steal. He'll run it back and jam it in for 2.
There's Sam Decker. We talked about how long is it going to take him to get into fine shape. Steals the ball and off to the races.
Josh Steele for 3, back iron. Wang going up to try and get the rebound. It came off him last, and
well,
this makes you feel better, doesn't it? Well, Steele, nice two-handed throwdown, bit of a swing for artistic impression.
Yeah, not bad. Wish I could have done that. Would have made my life so much easier.
Here's Decker. Oh, Morgan's hit the deck. Shot clock down to 5. Shalawadi spinning, tossing it up and in for 2.
Lovely move by Mo Salawade. This is why I said Surrey has to be careful this third quarter. Don't want the game to get away from them.
Ahmed fires up the 3. He had 17 last night. I think he's got 1 point so far today. That shot's off the mark. Gooden again finding room to the basket, again leaving it a little bit short. Well, Grantham got in a bit of a muddle there. Looked like he was going to pass it and then decided to dribble it, by which point the feet had already been moving.
Yes, so that's a travel. But like I spoke about, Surrey, they've got to execute. Gooden gets to the rim. All he's got to do is finish the layup and he blows it. And that's the critical moments that are so important for Surrey. If they want to just stay around in this game, they've got to make shots like that.
Gooden, here he is again getting to the basket. And that time he had Connor Morgan to fire over. Slightly trickier one. Well, they didn't get back on transition defense, and 2 of them jammed it in for London. Morgan and Grantham in close proximity.
Really lovely rebound. They're fighting for it.
Oh, Deccan almost got another steal and run out. It's 5-on-4 at the minute. Decca's back, but he commits the foul.
Foul call number 7, Sam Decker. Out of bounds possession for the Surrey Scorchers.
Decca's going to sit down. Let's see if we can tell who dunks this one in. It's Morgan, I think, who
is
got his
Morgan.
hands on it. Connor Morgan, 4.6 rebounds.
Yeah, this is the guy we said one to watch at the top of the game, and he's doing his part. He came off the bench on Friday's game, was incredible. He had 19 points. And Sam Decker will take a break, I guess 3 minutes, and that's what I'm talking about. Be able to keep building that, you know, his
stamina.
Stamina, thank you, that's the word I'm looking for.
Here's Wang under pressure. He's fouled.
And there's no way to get into basketball shape other than playing basketball. You can do whatever you want in the off season. I would find myself, you know, doing things in the swimming pool and running and and then I'll get to the basketball and still die.
Yeah.
And there's Decker well-earned rest on the bench. But only basketball, only playing at this intensity can get you into shape.
Well, it's a different sort of level of stamina and cardiovascular, isn't it? Obviously, if you're doing running or you're doing cycling or even swimming, it's a consistent thing where you do it for a long period of time, whereas basketball, it's short, sharp bursts, isn't it?
And jumping and getting hit and, you know, running full court, dunking the ball, it's a lot. And that's why I'm saying it takes that 4 to 6 weeks to get that stamina up. And but the staff are doing well, keeping him in for short, sharp bursts and build that up slowly.
Well, London out to a 13-point lead here. Surrey not really scoring as freely in the early stages of the second half as they did in the first. Foul is called on Wang.
Well, this Wang just maybe undersized here against Morgan, so just decides to slap, put his finger up and say, yep, that's me, referee. We've seen 2 of those now.
Yeah, every now and then. But we don't see another 2 as the game goes on. Jamieson grabs a rebound, number 7 for him. He's averaging about 11 a game. His Steele taking it to the rim and trying to dunk it, but Morgan there to deny him. Phillip calling for the screen. Little hesitation gets him to the basket through the contact, but it won't drop. He'll shoot 2.
Rims in and out.
Let's have another look at Josh Steele. Went aggressively, but Connor Morgan with the denial.
Yep. Here it is. It's great timing, disrupting. That was going to be a dunk. Sometimes it's risky to do that because you're either going to be on a poster or on a highlight And Morgan did a very good job. And I like Morgan because obviously he's playing well on the offensive end, but defense is very, very good. And there you see the ball just rim in and out, but he does make his way to the line for two. Philip.
First one is short. I just think they don't really make posters anymore, do they? Nowadays, it's about a clip, isn't it? You're going to be on socials, is the thing.
It's the saying,
I know
though,
it's the
isn't
saying.
it? But
It's
you're
just
right.
when I'm
Nobody
not-
makes posters.
Nobody makes posters anymore. You're
yeah.
just trying to avoid going viral, aren't you?
Yes, that's
thing.
true.
You don't want to be that guy. Like,
That
like
guy.
when Dirk Williams dunked it at Sheffield and it went all the way around the world. You don't want to be the Surrey player, and I'm not going to name him. I know who
It's
it is.
true.
But I'm not going to name him who got dunked on. You just don't want to be that guy. But I always think actually getting dunked on shows you trying to play defense,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I
It's
never
better
minded
than that
that.
than running out of the way.
Yeah, I think show character, right?
Yeah.
But also it's such split seconds decisions. And that's probably why you do see that happen quite a lot. But you're right, posters are old
School.
thing
That's
of the
my
past,
generation. We used to put posters up. Nowadays, it's all about the TikTok environment.
Yeah.
That's more your expertise than mine, Azania.
TikTok's not liking me right now, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm like shadow banned from something. All my cute outfits for Sky aren't doing very well.
So get out there and do whatever it is you do on TikTok to follow Azania and show us some love. Here's Justin Robinson. I don't think he's on TikTok, I don't suspect, as he knocks down a jumper at the top of the key.
Needed.
Did need it.
Yep. For him as well, but also this score. See what I mean? I spoke about how important this third quarter is. You have to come out ready because London Lions will break open the lead in a blink of an eye.
Well, while we're on the socials, make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with all the latest action going on up and down the league, and all the other social media channels as well. Don't miss a beat. Here's Mohammed. Oh, I thought he was going behind the back, but he just spins round instead. Tough shot under pressure, but he gets the roll. His first field goal of the game.
Great finish and good poise. Brings it back with a 10-point game, and Coach Bojic has had enough.
He's called a timeout. It's a 10-point game midway through the third quarter. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shopping and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Welcome back to the Copper Box, British Basketball League action on a Sunday afternoon, but we've got midweek basketball for you this week. Plymouth City Patriots taking on the Sheffield Sharks on Wednesday, 7:30 start for that one. And then on Thursday night, the Sky Sports game, 7:45. Surrey Scorchers haven't beaten the Riders since 2012. Could this be the day that streak comes to an end? We'll find out on Thursday night from the Morningside Arena. Offensive foul, illegal screen called against Jameson. It's his fourth personal foul. Saquon Jameson, and obviously
that's tough.
With Jordan Hunt out injured, and Andrew Lawrence hasn't come on court at all today. There a bit you can see Jordan Hunt to the left there. Hunt injured his ankle in the last meeting with the Leicester Riders, and he's out for a short period of time with that. And Lawrence, we're not sure why. He is listed on the stat sheet, but he's not come in.
Well, Composer says you better call about me as he hits that 3 in the corner. Wonderful shot by him.
Here's Cooper, and that's going to be another offensive foul. Bailey called for the illegal screen.
Well, here's the shot in the corner I spoke about. Better call him. He's on fire. Just going back to what you said about Surrey just struggling, but sticking around. I want to know why Lawrence going to have to call some people, why he hasn't played at all. He's such a big factor for this team.
Well, it could be. Obviously, he's had his injury issues over recent years, and it could be precautionary, couldn't it? It could be 2 games in 2 days is a bit too much. We don't know, but he is dressed and he is on the score sheet, so he could come into the game.
Lovely set of freckles.
But if you haven't come in with 3:16 on the clock, it's unlikely you're coming in. As that one's thrown away. Nelson tried the little flip pass there. I think that one was for the socials rather than the standard textbook pass.
Yep.
Didn't get there. Little apology to his coach.
Mateo's back into the game.
Lloyd Gardner pacing the sidelines. Played in London in the British Basketball League for the London Towers. Early 2000s, I think it was, off the top of my head. Top of the key, beautiful string. There's a guy who likes a 3-point shot. Cooper, Quinn Cooper doesn't let you, doesn't leave any time to get that shot away.
Well, the offense was run to a tee.
Nelson short, but it falls right into the hands of Cabozu, who's trying to squeeze some room through there. There isn't really much. Sandy gets it out. That's going to be an offensive foul against Nelson. You can see he didn't agree with that as Bailey hit the deck.
Here we go. Offensive charge. Bailey's there, takes the hit.
Well, in real time, you were given the old signal there, Azania.
I told you I'm a referee as well.
Yeah,
you know.
I think there needs to be more former players refereeing. No. There's a few of them in the British Basketball League.
I'm a woman of many talents. Yeah. Refereeing is not it.
Yet. Not yet. When we get you on the content of the referees course, that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, what a block. Sandy throwing that one out.
Here we go. Good timing by Sandy, yeah.
I'm determined to get you doing something, refereeing, playing something. There he is again, Cooper for 3.
No, just let me be great next to you right here. I'm not refereeing. I'm not coming out of retirement. I'm enjoying commentary with you here. London Lions versus Surrey.
And Surrey still hanging about. It's still only a 10-point game here with 12 minutes to go. As Caboza makes it 13. Caboza now 2 of 2 from behind the arc. Robinson to the runner. Does that have enough? He couldn't get the bounce. Bailey trying to put it back. Stolen away. Teo comes away with it. That'll be 401 for him. Here he is again, Cooper. 3 quick threes. Cooper going wild on the three-point line.
Absolutely feeling it. Heat check, and he's hit it. 10-point game.
Quinn Cooper doesn't need an invitation to shoot a three, and you could see why. That's got to be something. Well, it's a
jump ball.
Jump ball. Everybody up on the bench as if it might be a travel. You're allowed to slide on the floor in a certain situation. Here's Cooper, though, and as I say, when the first two going in, that ball was going up before he even caught it.
Yeah, and you have to. When you're a shooter, got to get that shot up quickly.
Timeout called with 51 seconds to go in this quarter. And it's still very much in the balance. And if Cooper can, we talked about the way they shoot threes, Surrey. If Cooper can get hot, and he already is hot, if he can maintain that, and a couple others join in. As I said about the game in Scotland, it doesn't matter when you lead, as long as you're leading at the end. Doesn't matter how long you have the lead for. London have led for most of this game, but if Surrey can pull this together here in the fourth quarter, they can still win the game.
Yeah, and we spoke about it, right? If they can get hot, they love the three-point shot, and here they all are. Cooper strings it, absolutely splashes every single shot. Feeling good, 3 from 3. Starts to chip away at this lead. It's back to a 10-point game.
Well, he's got 4 in total for his 12 points. But as you say, 3 of them in very quick succession here in the third quarter. And I'm sure in that timeout, somebody will be saying, hey, number 27, maybe we want to get a little closer to him.
But their last, they came out of a timeout. They executed the play so well. Cooper wide open, hits the 3. So for me, I just think, get him going. He's the hot hand. Don't go away from the hot hand. Find him, get him in the offense, get him some screen downs, and him coming off the screens for easy looking shots again.
4 of 5 from three-point range. Quinn Cooper, graphic not quite right. He's been shooting so hot that he's malfunctioned the stats machine. Here's Robinson. You can see he wants to come back for another one, Cooper. Robinson late in the shot clock. Can't knock it down. Well, the shot clock is on for London, but there's very little gap between it and the game clock. So they should be able to take the last one. Inside to Morgan, spinning, stepping underneath and squeezing it home.
Did he get that one in?
There's a heave on the buzzer. Well, they have just edged that quarter and they still lead by double figures going into the fourth. Is there a comeback in Surrey? Find out after this break.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Well, welcome back to London. Surrey going to need to win this quarter by 13 points. And Quinn Cooper with 12 points, 4 of 5 from behind the arc.
Well, you know, if they want to get back into the game, he's got to stick to that bread and butter of that three-point shot that he loves. He's hit, and hopefully Surrey can stick around in this fourth quarter.
Here's Morgan putting it on the floor, trying to use his size and doing exactly that. And a little soft touch. He fancied that matchup against Bailey, and he'll go to the line for extra free throw.
Here it is, takes his time and little hit. Could have been a foul, maybe not, but it is. He's going to the line, and I picked him for the guy to watch at the beginning of the game because I just felt he was so solid for Lions on Friday. Came off the bench, did his job. He was stealing the ball. He was everywhere. I love his effort on the defensive end. And now offensively, you can see he's playing with confidence.
Closing in on a double-double, Connor Morgan. Here's Robinson. Strings that one.
That's pretty, isn't it?
That's classic Justin Robinson there, isn't it?
And also another guy. They're showing out right now. I picked both of them at the top of the broadcast.
I'm assuming somebody went into the huddle at three-quarter time and reminded them. They need to come out and prove Azania correct. Here's Cooper. Well, he's missed that one, but it comes all the way out to Teo Robinson. 9 left to play in this one, still down 13. Robinson trying to make it 10, but Morgan got a piece of that and it fell short. Phillip. Shalawadi for 3. Front iron. Steele with the rebound. Oh, I think he was aiming for Bailey rather than Steele, but it wasn't. It was sort of betwixt and between both of them. And those are the when you're down 13 in the fourth quarter, those are that you can't afford.
Yeah. Here's Composer at point guard.
Shalawadi into the paint, kicks it back out. Phillip thinks about the 3, puts it on the floor instead. Overcooks that one. Steele lets fly off the mark. Got to knock those down as well because it's unlikely to get an offensive rebound. Morgan down low. He's already had the better of that matchup once in this quarter, but not that time. Steele puts it up high off the back iron. Kaboza driving to the rim, takes the foul, and he flexes as he goes to the line.
We spoke about the young gun. Look at the intensity, look at his face, takes the hit and finishes and gives us a little flex. Bradley Kapoza goes to the line.
Foul number 4 on Bailey as Kapoza looks to add to his numbers. Boza, his team's leading scorer now in the game. Here's Gooden. Hands it off to Steele. Steele has it poked loose by Sholawati, who's out in front. Chased by Gooden, and he hammers it down. Mo Sholawati in the open court.
We don't see much of that from Mo, but he can sure do it. Slams it home. Lovely highlight from him.
Steele running the baseline. Mohammed. Back to Steele. 3 much-needed points for the Scorchers. His third triple of the game. Well, they need some stops, and they get a stop as the offensive foul is called against Sandy.
Yeah. Not only are they all over, you know, protecting the shooter, but setting a strong screen. Look at this. Go on, Mo.
Most of his points come from the corner at the top and the three-point line, but can get out in the open court from time to time.
Yeah, he's showing off. He's a local boy from Hackney. And referee
Philip called for something off the ball. I think it's an unsportsmanlike foul, so it's going to be 2 in possession. Did you see it, Azania? I missed it.
No, the camera wasn't showing us. But I did see the referees. Here we go.
So Philip just pushing Bailey out of the way. Doesn't seem a massive infringement, but enough of non-basketball play for the referee to call that as egregious.
Well, with that, they also get the possession back. They get the free throw. 1 free throw and also the possession.
2
free throws, excuse me. Yep. 2 free throws and the possession.
Well, I don't know whether Bailey, well, Bailey's just getting a word from his coach because the referee's at the table just clarifying something. I think it's shot clock related as to whether they, I don't know if it's about whether they reset on an unsportsmanlike foul or, well, it's going to take all 3 of them to work it out. A little pause gives the coaches a chance to work with their teams. Little impromptu timeout. Oh, don't forget, they're just underway in Ellesmere Port. Cheshire Phoenix taking on Plymouth City Patriots on the British Basketball YouTube channel. Plymouth have actually got the first 6 points of that game, so you might want to dual screen, but keep the volume on us. And Plymouth back at home, back at the Pavilions on Wednesday night, 7:30 start on that one. Sheffield Sharks in town. Plymouth beat Sheffield earlier this season. And then finally we'll see Surrey again in action, heading to Leicester for the Sky Sports game Thursday, 7:45.
Yeah, I'm in studio for that one. I think I've got a nice outfit lined up.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I'm going to go double leather, I think.
Double leather, interesting.
Yeah. You have to watch me wait till Thursday. Right
You're
now,
not
we're
going to tease
here.
it on the socials?
No, no, no. No. I need the referees to figure it out.
Yeah.
Sunday roast is waiting for me, do you know what I mean? This is what they are. They're for referees to make sure that they get it right. Here we go.
Well, the score has gone wonky, and I'm not quite sure how London have got the ball back there. We didn't get an explanation on that one.
But it was a...
Okay, so I've got it now. So Surrey put the wrong shooter on the free throw line.
Wow.
And if you do that, the free throws are discounted and the possession goes to the other team. You're not allowed send the wrong shooter to the free throw line.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I saw it last year and I made a
did you?
mistake going, what the heck
Yeah.
have they called there? And then got told afterwards that I was wrong. So that's how I remember. I only remember these things when I get it wrong. And
Thank
that was
you, Dan.
Manchester against Leicester last year.
Hey, it's never an L, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson,
It's a
and I
lesson.
learned the
Never
rules,
a
and now I
loss.
know what they are. And it does seem a bit harsh because they wouldn't deliberately, in that situation, send the wrong shooter, but not only do you lose the points, but you lose the ball as well. But Robinson gets 2 more for the Scorchers. Grantham along the baseline, drops it off. Oh, I thought that was going to come out for a second for Sandy. It was obviously the table officials who spotted the errant shooter. We certainly didn't notice, but again, it's because it's an off-the-ball foul. It's easy to make that mistake.
Mo seems a little shocked. He's like, where's the foul, Mr. Referee? Great guy, Mo Salawade. Like I said, a local guy, was happy and excited to be back in London so his friends and family could come to the Copper Box and watch him. He had that massive dunk earlier,
Shot
didn't
clock.
he?
Needs to go up. Gooden gets it away. Knocks down the 3 on the buzzer.
Right on time.
Oh, they're still only 12 points behind. They haven't quite looked like making a full run at it, but it's still possible. And it's thrown away. Robinson traveled with it. Tried, that's unfortunate. Couldn't get it over and down. So that'll go back to London. 4:46 on the score. There's still enough time for Surrey to come back. We will have a break as a timeout has been called. We'll be back after this.
In the corner for the win!
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shopping and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This is gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Welcome back to the Copper Box where the home fans are pretty happy with life right now. Their team undefeated and looking like stretching that by 1 more game here today.
Great
Are you
thing
going
to
get
do
the
on
face
Sunday.
paint on Tuesday?
Oh, on Tuesday?
He's got the little LDN on his face there.
Not sure that suits my brand.
Well, yeah. I don't even know how to answer that. Let's
sorry.
get back to the action. We're back underway as Philip kicks it out, resets. He's got the size mismatch here. Off the mark and pulled in by Mohammed. Stolen away by Nelson. Skip pass. There's Shalawadi in the corner. We said that's the more familiar way he scores.
Beautiful cross pass by Philip. Knew his guy was going to be there. Mo Salawade hits the 3. Lovely basketball by the Lions.
4 to play. Lions out to 74-59. It's Robinson trying to reply, and he strings the 3.
Long 3 too. Great answer. Last, under 4 minutes. Surrey aren't going away.
Well, that was the first made 3 of the game for Justin Robinson. On rings he knows all too well. It's not quite bounced for him from behind the goal, but maybe this time as Nelson drives in. Well, it's about that sort of time of the game, Zania, where you've got to start thinking about player of the game.
I do.
Again, not an easy choice for you today.
Well, on Friday, I gave it to Connor Morgan. He was incredible, 19 points. He was 6 from 6 from the floor. But today, and he has 11 points actually today.
And 8 rebounds.
Yeah, Decker has 13, Mo Salawade 12, and Bradley Caboza with 15.
Cabozas look good.
Yeah.
I'm not involved.
No, I see you looking at me.
This is complete dictatorship. There's no democracy here. But
right.
Cabozas
they
look
call
good.
me Queen Azania
They
for a
do.
reason.
They do.
Right?
If you want to comment, let us know. Let Azania know what you think, who you think the MVP is. But please do refer to her as Queen Z. Make sure.
It's
give
you
her
lot
full
who gave me
title.
that nickname. Winding me up.
She makes us all do it. She has business cards with it on. Here's Nelson. It's through the hands. I'll tell you what.
The zone.
It's
the zone there.
yeah, it's going to be a Surrey ball. If they score here with 3 minutes to go, down to 10, maybe 9, it's not out of reach. They haven't looked like making that run, but as I say, it's what the score is at the end, not what it is before then. Here's Mohammed.
I'm sorry. How do you not call that foul underneath Luke Nelson? Hugging. Look at this. Look at Luke Nelson having a Sunday hug. How is that not a foul? And then they call that one.
Oh, I think Saquon Jameson's face suggests he felt the same as you there, Azania, but they do get 2 free throws out of it because Mohammed is at the free throw line. Oh, he's a long way short on that one. Not quite been his day, Mohammed. As Jameson, as you see there, has done what he normally does, which is a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, and got a bust lip from it, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's 11.
Back into this zone, 2-3 zone.
And the gap is in the middle, and Nelson finds the gap but doesn't find the basket. Could get to single figures here. Gooden for 3. That was the shot. If that goes in, there might be 1 or 2 nerves inside the copper box, but as it is, double figures always makes you feel comfortable. Morgan in the key, just reminding Azania before she makes her mind up about player of the game.
Good patience, though, by Morgan. That's where you want to get in the zone right there at the free throw line.
Mohammed in the corner for 3, knocks it down. It's a 10-point game with 2 to play.
And this 10 points just is stuck for Surrey. They can't get under 10.
Oh, they've lost Morgan underneath, but he's blocked by Wang illegally, so it'll be 2 free throws.
Let's have a look at this block.
He's gone over the back of him. There's a bit of ball, but there's a lot of other contact as well.
A big round of applause to number 6, Mo Salawade.
Well, Uday into the game for the first time. This is his home debut, of course. Came on Friday night, having been signed by the Lions earlier in the day. Got a couple of points.
Had 2.
Yeah.
There you go. Morgan makes his free throws beautiful. Shot and rotation on that free throw.
Good driving into the key, and it rolls in. Whether Morgan inadvertently tipped it or not, I think it's going to go to Gooden. If it had come off a London hand, it would go to Teo, actually, as the Surrey captain. Own basket goes to the captain, but I think they'll give that to Gooden.
Yep, and back to 10.
But only 100 seconds to work with. Again, Surrey's zone trying to throw London out of sync. Shot clock getting low. Nelson fires up the 3. Back iron, long rebound for Robinson. Robinson right down the middle to the finger roll. The follow isn't quite there. Again, Jamieson quizzically looks to the referee to see whether he was fouled, and the referee says no, it's a London ball.
And these are the plays where just Surrey struggle with time after time. They miss the layup, they miss the dunk, they miss the putback. And this is where, you know, they've struggled all season, really.
Well, Morgan knocks it down. The reality is they're not going to make 23-pointers every game. They've made 12 here today. I guess they've not made enough 2s is the problem here today, because they've only got 11 of them. Trying to add to the 3-point tally is Gooden. Grantham under pressure. Gooden steals it away, gets it to Robinson. Robinson stripped by Nelson.
Great hands by Nelson.
Well, Robinson just showed the referee his hand there. Just look at that, ref. You see the mark on that? As if to say, wait a minute, I'm a 2-time MVP. I should get a call like that.
Oh, they're getting a quick clean the floor. We saw Decker earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah, cleaning the floor. He's a man of many talents also.
Well, time running out on this one. London have been in control, if not over the hills and far away in this game. They've never quite looked like they were going to get back into this game, sorry, but never really went away. And there's a miscommunication there as Nelson throws it out of bounds. And, well, Surrey might be able to get it to single figures, but they're not going to get any closer than that. Well, the 3 is off the mark, and Luke Nelson just needs to get cross midcourt here, and he can dribble it out. Surrey won't foul. They'll just let that one go. And London have been all about business today. They've got the job done. They've won here by 12, and they remain undefeated in the British Basketball League. Indeed, across all competitions, as the 2 coaches shake hands at midcourt. Nazania, the time has come. Your player of the game is?
Drum roll. Kavosa. Bradley Kavosa, 15 points. Wonderful game from him. Had to play extra minutes. There he is. He put up the phone sign. You better call him. I'm calling you, boy, because you are player of the game.
Well, 4 of 7 shooting, very efficient for his 15 points and 7 rebounds as well. A couple of assists and a steal to boot. And we said there are minutes out there for a young player like him in this team across the course of the season. When you get out there, you've got to make advantage and show what you can do, and he did exactly that here today.
You know, the 15 points, but you just keep building trust with your teammates and your coach to keep being able to put you in, and he does that so well. In the minutes that he gets, he plays so hard. He plays all out, all or nothing, and plays 100% every time he plays the floor.
And Decker, we talked about him working back, another 14 minutes in the legs here today, 13 points and and 3 rebounds. He's getting there, isn't he?
Yeah, we've seen him. You know, he's definitely not in full game shape, but it takes time, and the coaching staff and the training staff are doing wonderful, putting him in there, you know, 3-4 minutes at a time, and then sub him out.
Well, the London Lions remaining unbeaten here in the British Basketball League. Let's take a look at the numbers from this game, and we talked a lot about Surrey yesterday, making 23 pointers off 40 attempts, not shy off 40 attempts again this time, but down to only 33% instead of 50%.
Yeah, you know, they struggled at that, and they live and die by it, and we saw Cooper come out and hit a couple and bring them back into the game, but it's just not enough. Also, London Lions shooting 50%, a lot of points in the paint, and that was where the game was really won.
And Surrey 32% in the equivalent. They got to the basket often enough, but couldn't finish all the time. I don't think either coach will be happy with the bottom line there.
No,
36 turnovers between them. They'll both want to clean that one up, because it was turned into 16 points at both ends of the floor in terms of that. And again, 21 assists for the London Lions. Shows the ball is popping a bit more than the 10 assists at the other end.
Yeah, they move the ball, but also, you know, they have a lot of players to go to. We didn't see Andrew Lawrence from Surrey. I would like to find out what's going on there, but Justin Robinson, we spoke about it. He played very well in their first win, but is back. But there's a nice shot of Solowade. He's played well. The kids are out on the Sunday afternoon. What a great way to spend your Sunday.
Yeah,
why not?
I assume you'll be there with the shirt getting signed on Tuesday night when you go. Here's the results from around the British Basketball League this week. 2 wins for Bristol, 1-1 Newcastle in their game. Rough week for the Sharks, beaten at home by London and away on Sunday by Caledonia. Surrey did get their first win on Saturday night. Today, we've obviously seen London win, and it's first quarter in Cheshire. It's a tight game, so do join our team over on the British Basketball League YouTube channel for that one. But today's been about Bradley Caboza and the London Lions here.
Yeah, fantastic. As the fans get their pictures, Bradley Caboza, man of the match, 15 points, really lovely game. London Lions stay unbeaten. That's their 10th win in regular season.
It certainly is. Thank you very much for joining Azania and I. We'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.